All right, man. Listen, we back.
We back with it, man.
We back with it, man. Episode 3 of Bless the Mic.
This
man.
Why's he holding his mic like that?
I don't know, but check this out.
Talented, man. It's hard to
We doing this for the city.
It's not on the floor for some reason.
It's important to continue to do this. This is Bless the Mic. Let's give a round of applause for Bless the Mic. Bless the Mic, episode 3, and it's special because we got the Indianapolis. Far Eastside of Indianapolis in the city.
Way out there.
Listen,
Far Eastside.
Far Eastside. It's actually on his shirt. VIP Watts in the building. Get another round of applause for VIP Watts, man. Make sure y'all tune in right now. Find us Instagram, social media, Twitter, all that. Tap in VIP Watts. And you already know what's going to happen at the end of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's going to be
going up.
crazy. That's DJ Who Was Q2. He's
That
actually live with us this time.
He's speaking with his hands.
We getting better. Yeah.
Damn,
doing audio language. All right, man, let's get into the interview, though.
Let's get into it.
Now, this is the question we've been asking all the artists that come on Bless the Mic so far. Top 5 rappers. We need them.
Bet it up, yeah. I'm going to go with Pac, Nip, Jay, Drake, and for 5,
That 5 spot's tough.
man, it always is.
Did anybody say how excited
Probably Big L.
Rough got over here with the
Big L?
Drake?
Yeah, probably Big
Niggas
L.
are scared to put Drake
That's
in their
real.
top 5. I respect it.
I don't know who that is. Who's Big L?
Big L.
New
So
York
he's
legend.
out of New York legend.
Okay, cool.
He passed earlier. So
He
people
actually
didn't
has a
know.
freestyle with Jay-Z, man.
Really?
So you can go check it out. 7-minute
that means he's
freestyle.
golden.
Big L. I'm going to check it out.
If you got one
Yeah,
more
I think he
shine.
said,
He ain't none of them young niggas.
That's
from
like
New York,
your
but I ain't
time.
never been a
Oh,
fan
the
of
OG
the
nigga,
nigga.
right?
Yeah.
I don't listen to Pooh Shiesty now.
Boom bap aficionado.
Nah, hey, nah, I got a young top
Hey,
5.
can we- Young top
Can we
five.
hear the Young 5?
Young Thug,
Okay.
I like him.
Pooh Shiesty. Yeah, Pooh
Hey,
Shiesty. I
very
like.
cold.
I like Fujiano as well, but Lil Baby, and then I like Da Baby. I think he's like the today's Ludacris type shit.
Oh, okay. You know
There
what?
we go.
And
I like
I
that.
don't like it.
I like that.
I don't like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's on
He's today's
par.
Ludacris, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Ludacris
got
is a
it
bubblegum
going,
rapper.
man.
Nah. You know what?
And the baby is what?
But those guys like
Better than that.
but
He's not,
those guys.
the baby is not better than Ludacris.
He's
Stop.
better than the bubblegum
Hey,
rapper.
hey,
Man, they're so much more than rappers though. Like these niggas is like superstars.
They are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, social media does that for you.
I'm happy you said that because these niggas don't respect the baby in here. It's weird.
I've been listening
Yeah,
to
they're
you
weird.
the last couple
Yeah,
weeks,
they're
man. You been I don't know about
Babysitter, okay. Everybody.
yeah, babysitter.
That was weird, wasn't it?
That's a good
Babysitter,
song.
though. It is.
But you said it was
But
better than
Suge-
freestyle.
But Suge,
hold on, that's
oh
not what
no
I
no
said.
no no
You
no
put
now
words
in my
now
mouth.
now
Okay.
freestyle is
The baby don't have nothing
Yeah,
close
it's
to
an
that.
anthem.
Nigga,
It's
that
an
motherfucker's
anthem.
So
fire.
you're-
But anyways, listen, this is about VIP Watts.
You're rewriting history. We're gonna talk
Appreciate
about
you.
Watts
I
right
apologize.
now.
Appreciate you.
This is about you.
Absolutely, let's get it.
Let's bring it back. We're going to talk about that on the pregame podcast, the regular episode.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
Bless
yeah.
the Mic.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we're
it's
not
gonna
talking
be-
about it again.
We'll talk about it again.
This is the baby stand
But-
podcast.
For those, the baby stand episode, Bless the Mic episode 3. Yeesh. For those that don't know though, man, what is your origin story? Why did you decide to get into music? You know, when was the first time you influenced or realized it's something that you really wanted to do?
When did you fall in love
You
with
know
hip
what?
hop?
You know what's funny about that is my origin story with music is actually with Kylo Reed. I
Really?
remember back in 2000.
I did that?
I want to, and it's crazy. He would never know this shit. We was chilling in one of our I want to say our boss at the time. We was chilling in his office, and we was just talking about music in general. And you know, he doesn't listen to a lot of rap. So
We used to go on
No, we
these
know.
old debates.
We know.
He does
and I was
not.
like, and I've always been tapped in with the music, and
Right.
I'll talk a little bit more about that after this. But he was like, man, I was like, man, anybody can do it nowadays. And when I say that, I'm not trying to like be like, oh, you can just step in the rap game or you can step in the rap game.
Right.
But I'm like, if you can listen to a beat and put words together, rhyme with it, and you kind of put your own swag on it, and it's you, then you can do it. And I ended up going home. I remember I went on Amazon, bought their basic kit, Focusrite, and I got a basic Focusrite. I had GarageBand at the time, and I just dropped some shit on SoundCloud called Very Important.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So, and then
What year was this?
this was 2006, 16.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I took that off my SoundCloud.
I was gonna look
That
for
was
it.
that. No,
Everybody
that
wants
was
that first
that
track.
was mixed. That was all mixed and engineered by me. so know the levels and all that shit was off. Like, but I mean, even from then, I always had like influences with like Travis Scott. I always like how he broadened out his music with his reverb and delays, and I just thought that was dope.
Damn.
But if you're taking it all the way back, man, this would have been back when I was like 16. My dog actually, Lil Skip.
Shout out to Skip.
Shout out to Skip.
He big Skip now.
Big Skip.
Yeah,
Skip.
yeah,
Skip.
just regular Skip,
Skip.
at this point.
Skip
Yeah.
317.
But when he started, he's Lil Skip. We actually recorded his. I don't want to say this on camera, Skip, but I'm not sure if it was his first song. But we actually recorded a song. He has a brother named Roger.
Okay.
We recorded a song called "Roger, Do You Copy Me?" In my patio. So yeah, with my little brother. Rest in peace, my little brother. So most definitely, we recorded that song there. And I was like, I always had a fascination with hitting a button, recording some shit, even when I was young.
That's crazy.
Tight.
Yeah.
Now, and I want to
Look at you,
say
you
that.
A&R on
Hey,
accident.
man, it happened. I just tried to do
Look
what I
at
can do
you,
with my
man.
friends,
Yeah.
Barry Gordy.
Little Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Now, right after we probably argued about J. Cole because we do that a lot.
Lil
Yeah,
Eve.
yeah.
We probably argued about J. Cole.
Is he on my side?
No, he's not on your
Okay,
side. You do
cool.
not like J. Cole.
I do like J. Cole.
Don't stop it.
Okay. We won't do that today.
Now, doesn't Skip continue that series
So Skip.
in a way that
So
that
he,
situation with Roger?
So he absolutely always mentions his family
Okay.
in his music. But yes, he did end up redoing the song, got it
Okay.
mixed and mastered the right way that it needed
Got
to
you.
be.
He said,
Gotcha.
not by me.
Not by me at that
Right.
time.
Yeah, no.
Not
That's just
16-year-old Watts.
That's a crazy story in general, man. Shout out to Skip.
It's cool how the city's
He's been
tied in
doing
like
this shit
that.
for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
me and Skip, bro. We grew up. Like we played basketball 10 hours a day. Everybody came through and
Well, tell Skip we need him to come through here at some point.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely
for
love
sure.
Skip.
We
to
don't
come
and
here.
crazy. I probably don't talk to him as much as I did back in the day, but most definitely I'm still tapped in with him. That's still my guy.
That's male
That's
friendship.
real.
We want to talk every day.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
I hate you
yeah,
around
yeah,
here
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on with you?
it's all love. When I
Yeah.
see
Like
you, when I
yesterday,
see you,
you
ain't
seen
nothing
him.
Yeah, you
changed.
can't
Exactly,
feel no
bro.
way about it.
Nah, not at all. If you do, that's weird.
Then it's female friendship.
Yeah.
That bitch ain't been
2 weeks
talking
ago,
to me.
There's a
yeah,
difference.
2 weeks.
There's a
I haven't
difference.
talked to her in like 2 weeks. Like, oh, okay.
She moving funny.
put your own
Yeah,
labels
is
on.
she?
Stop doing that
Or
on
she
the show.
she
Yeah.
living?
I don't think she fucks with me no more.
Hey,
Yeah,
girls
what
do
the
that.
fuck?
They
And
do.
then they end up being. I want to hang with guys anyway because girls is funny. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
you're like,
Okay,
oh,
right.
oh my god, oh my
why
I
god.
ain't got no
got-
friends. Now you friendless.
I don't want to talk about
All right, we'll move on.
it. But you right. You right. Woo!
You felt that?
He put his mic down.
Okay. Nah, man. So your name is VIP Watts. I just want you to, expand on that a little bit. Why'd you go with VIP? What does that mean? Where does Watts come from? Let the people know.
Well, Watts is my last name, so that's where Watts came from. But VIP came. Very important is the brand. At the end of
Okay.
the day, when it's all said and done, the P is for the productions. So very important productions. I actually started my own business last year in a pandemic.
In a panty.
Whatever.
In the panty.
Penny.
But
And the
yeah, very
paraphernalia.
important productions is the brand. But VIP in general, man, I think everybody, even when you go out, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be general. You want to feel like you're very important to somebody at the end of the day when it's all said and done. I know when I've gone out with my boys, whether we go out of town or even in the city, like, we hate standing in lines, like, all that shit. Like, we
know.
Talk about it.
Yeah, we understand.
fuck
He
that
felt
shit.
that over there.
There ain't no like you want to be VIP. You don't want to be
Right.
And I don't mean that to the person that goes and pays $40
Nothing wrong
after
with
standing 30 minutes in line.
Well, don't pay 40.
Like, no, like
Don't pay 40.
But like anything you do, like, y'all want to be the upper echelon of podcasts. Y'all are very important. Y'all the VIP of podcasts. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Like, so
I appreciate that.
Speaking of
Watts.
VIP, honestly, it's always love between me and him because this nigga saved my life in the VIP one time.
absolutely.
Boy, we've been survived.
Absolutely.
Oh, nigga, we was in Miami, nigga.
yeah.
I ain't never been nowhere like that before. And I was in there just having a little too much
He
fun.
was a foreigner.
Yeah, I looked out of place.
Exotic.
This is your first time.
I'm in there jamming. Somebody told me on my show, like, hey, are these yours? I turned around, this nigga Watts has my entire wallet in his hand. with cars, ID, everything.
Wow.
Yeah,
I said,
I ain't no
yes, that
thief,
is.
bro. You get your hand cut off in some countries for that
Yeah,
shit.
Man,
That's cool.
nigga,
Yeah,
somebody
man.
could have ruined my life in
would've
that
got
club.
home.
No, I'd have been in Miami. I'd still be in Miami.
Could have been
I'd be working a
scammed.
job.
You gotta give me an ID down here. Do something.
At least you're like, he never came home.
Go to the post office.
I'd be in Miami still busting dishes right now.
That's real,
Trying
man.
to get back home.
That story.
I thought it was one of those.
Story.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a
Look
good
at
time.
Look at me. Hey, man, nigga,
That's a good
when the
time.
confetti came
Yeah, you
down,
was-
bro.
Rich and wealthy for one
Is there
day.
a better feeling?
Nah,
I
it
was a
like,
teenager.
You sit there. We was in there, and I was like, "Damn, is that the second Ace of Spades bottle?" I'm like, "Fuck,
I said, oh, this shit nasty, but it's
Turned up.
free.
nasty as hell."
When that confetti come down, it's really everything you think it is. You should be like, oh, they really do this.
I feel like Reed knew it was coming too because he was looking at me like a dad. Like,
Yeah, look at
Dreams and Nightmares is the song.
Get your first VIP
Touch it,
experience.
dude.
And that may have changed now before a period. Dreams and Nightmares is when it come down.
it like a kid
In every
seeing,
club.
seeing their first
Shout
shirt.
out,
I was
shout
like
out to the man that made that possible. He knows
Appreciate
who
it,
he
Mike.
is.
real nigga.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to him.
Because he left us with toys. He was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to get home.
Yeah,
but
I was-
y'all can play with as long as you want to. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
do this tomorrow and the next day, so y'all enjoy it.
It's like my first rodeo.
Now, see, your last project, man, was titled "No More Drugs." Am I saying that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, no more- I know it's
Please
spelled,
correct me.
I know it's spelled kind of crazy on
like,
there.
like you on drugs.
Absolutely,
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, we can talk about that. Y'all can ask y'all questions. I'm not sure.
Ask about the drugs, nigga. What you doing?
Yeah, go ahead. You can ask about it, and the lyrics are all on there. Some of them are actually synchronized as the song goes, kind of like how most of the artists
Oh,
have
damn.
it. Yeah, I do all that shit myself. So
That's real.
But
Niggas
yeah,
out here
we can
working
talk about
hard,
that.
man.
Nah, and it's important to. I just learned as well. Listen, just talking to you about the fact you also do production as well.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't forget that about this VIP Watts interview. So he's an artist, but he also is a producer. We're gonna talk more about that here in a second. But I want to know what is the inspiration behind this particular project you just put out?
With this particular project, even if you look at the artwork, I wanted to drop it. If you listen to it, it kind of has like that grunge type
Yep.
sound to it.
Which was a switch up from the last one because the last one was kind of like lovey-dovey.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I dropped something every Valentine's Day for
Gotcha.
the ladies. When I first got into music, it was all about the ladies at the end of the day.
That's the end goal.
Understood.
Yeah, because yes, get on these bitches.
But the No More Drugs, that actually is exactly how I felt at that time. I mean, in the past, I've been on drugs. I've done drugs. I'm not gonna sit here and lie on camera. I've done things probably that I'm not ashamed to say that I've done. But yeah, I'm totally sober. I was sober when I made most of those songs. But just really reflecting on some of the past times that were a little bit more lit than others.
So to
Okay.
contrast the two projects, like which sound do you prefer to do? Because them is wildly different. Like it's some of the same tones, but you're approaching it completely different.
I don't want to say I like one more than the other. I like when I hear something and I know that I can put words to it, and it's authentic, it's real, it's me. Then yeah,
Okay.
I'm most definitely. Now there's some shit in there that's like diamonds shining on my neck. Like that's me trying to speak shit into existence. Like I most definitely want to go ahead and have a chain at some point in my life. Now, do I want diamonds now? Maybe I want to go more with the gold.
Gold's more clean these days.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know,
I
what I mean,
want
you
a
bust
chain
some shit
too,
down
Watts.
like that. It's like,
I want a chain too.
but
Like, for real.
and
My
to be
chain coming.
but to be even more honest, like those songs are 2 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Those are songs that I made back when we was in Miami.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Good times.
you know, you can ask anybody that knows me. We was in Miami. We was getting lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means you have a project coming soon then, because February 14th is around the corner.
So I seen the last 2 interviews y'all did, and y'all always ask artists what y'all got coming on. But I most definitely have a mini movie coming on February 14th for the No Love 2 album. It'll have Summertime Crush.
Okay.
It'll have Freak Encounter,
Hey,
and it'll
Summertime
have
Crush is my shit.
that's your
What kind
shit.
of movie is this? Whoa.
I'm about to say, yeah, but based on
Is
the
this
album
an OnlyFans
cover,
movie?
I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I actually wanted to. I actually have an OnlyFans. Nothing
Nice,
like
Tiger.
that though. Not like that. But no. I wanted to.
Hold on, Watts.
Hey, I ain't on there getting nothing crazy or nothing.
Okay,
Man. But I just had
alright.
it. You know, when OnlyFans started, it was actually for people that wanted to have
Right.
people
Kinda like
come.
Patreon.
Yeah, it wanted. Yeah,
We'll
kinda
just
like
get Patreon.
And the
Absolutely.
porn star said,
And then
But the porn star
I
jumped
think it
on
was
Patreon,
Bella.
too.
I think it was Bella Thorne. She came through or some shit.
Yeah.
And then she made like
Start
40
playing with that
bands or
Bands,
some shit like that.
racks.
I'm like shit. So
Showing the
yeah.
Rex.
Shout out to the local ladies with the OnlyFans.
Absolutely, shout out to them. I haven't subscribed to anybody's, but I've been looking.
Hey, find one for the right price for you, man, and tap in.
It'd be the HBO free preview weekend. Niggas be on there.
Shout out to the month for free.
I remember those days.
I'm a month for free nigga. Yeah.
So it's good to know there's honesty, you know what I mean, in your work.
Absolutely.
You know, and so it's important to know that, man, VIP Watch is genuine. So what you get is really what you get in real life, real time. Especially when you got things that are linked back to the past, where you really are talking about these stories in the future. That's always good to know as well.
I appreciate authenticity, 100%.
Indeed. I wanted to talk to you about just the current hip hop status in general.
Yeah, let's go.
So you're a sing, you sing and rap.
Yes, I do.
What makes your music unique as opposed? I feel like that's the common angle, right?
Yeah.
In the game right now,
Cover all your bases.
Younger, older, you gotta make sure you sing. Even J. Cole, J. Cole got some vocal lessons.
Yeah, I mean,
Kill Edward.
I
For
think
sure, he's an R&B singer. So, with that being said,
Kill that vocal coach.
What?
They ruin my niggas' life.
What makes your music stand out as a rapper and a singer?
I
in the
think
current state of hip hop.
I think one, it's always gonna be catchy. I always try to find something catchy. So do you guys believe in like numerology and stuff like that?
I don't
Have you guys
believe it.
I know you guys don't believe, but have you heard of it?
With it, yeah.
So I'm a big believer in like threes. So whenever you repeat something in threes, like it's gonna be in your brain. So when you hear that, when you hear that three, it's like bam. So
like the movie Focus.
Absolutely. So whenever you say something in threes, it's gonna be catchy. So I always want to make sure at first my song's gonna be catchy. But two, the current hip hop state, why limit yourself to just rapping? Yeah, I mean, you see people like Lil Nas X or and again those guys or
he got his
like
back in Dash
whatever.
too.
But it's like
I
think when he first dropped that Old Town Road, like he tried to drop it under that country genre, and then they were like, no, nigga.
This is ours,
and it's
nigga.
Like,
that's urban.
Hootie hasn't died yet.
There's only room for one.
There's only room for one. Hootie hasn't died yet, bro. Sorry.
For the culture and whatever, if you want to say it like that, I just think whatever genre of music we want to enter in, like you dominate it, and I feel like I can dominate any genre that I'm giving it. So I'm the type of person you put on a beat. Like when I'm sitting in or say we're playing beats in a studio session and they're like, do you like this one? I'm like, yeah, put it on the Pro Tools. And everybody else in the room like, nah, let's get to the next one. And then they play the next one. And I'm like, yeah, throw it in on Pro Tools. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Like if you an artist, like
it don't matter what's going on.
This comes from the cafeteria, nigga. Who's on the pens and pencils, nigga? I'm killing it. I don't give a fuck who's on that shit. So yeah, and I'm gonna come with a different melody every time.
That's real, man.
I fuck with it.
I fuck with that shit too. That's important, niggas. Yeah. Talk your shit. So my next question, man, you repping the Far East Side right now.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Smitty, Darnell Smith. He went to Warren Central. Shout out to Warren Central.
Okay. Shout out to Dub C. That is out there.
Yeah.
I don't journey out there too much.
This is his
I'm
brand.
going
This
out
is his
to
brand.
yonder.
Shout out to the local shit.
He fucks with my music heavily. So he wanted me to buy some of his merch, and I'm a big supporter of merch. I got pregame merch. I didn't get the latest shit though, but
there's some more coming.
Cool. We got some coming.
Yeah, you know, a nigga had got to get his bag back right before I go crazy. But most definitely, shout out to Smitty. He wanted me to get this. I looked on this website. I seen they had the Far East Side. They were sold out. He's like, we got some more coming out. So I was like, yeah, let me get one of those. I just want.
That's real.
Sent it to me.
I brought that up because I feel like there's a lot of pride, you know what I'm saying, for the Far East Side. You know what I mean? People come from there, they want you to know, like, nah, that's where I'm from. You know what I mean?
It's intriguing.
Nah, it's cool. It's
you
cool.
like your city and where you from too, but
you like your city.
When niggas from out east claim out east against niggas
like
that
I'm
funny.
from out east, you know?
Yeah.
I want to just talk about that particular part of the city's influence on your music.
The crazy thing is, like, people from the Far East Side, they'll hear some shit like No More Drugs, or they'll hear some shit like No Love Too, or they'll hear some shit like Act a Fool, and they'll be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, man? Like, that's not, that don't represent the Far East Side, nigga. We bang Gucci out here, and that's cool. Like, if anybody knows me, nigga, Gucci's one of my shit. That's one of my guys I listen to, like, even more than Jeezy. I hate to say it like that, but
it is what it is.
Yeah, it just is what it is. Like,
at this point, we're old enough to admit that.
Jeezy slapped that nigga in the verses.
Who?
Jeezy slapped that nigga in the verses.
He did with his hits, but when it comes to respect, he didn't slap that
Smoking
nigga.
on Pookie Low
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Put him in the dirt.
You can't roll my nigga.
it happened.
The influence, it just really comes from my experience living on the East Side, I guess, more than anything. I don't want to say like it influences my music or sound. I kind of create my own sound, but as far as like just the experience living out there, yeah, I talk about a lot of shit.
I think it's cool you're able to say that though. So a lot of artists, cause Gucci's one of your guys, but you don't sound like Gucci. A lot of artists struggle with that up
That's
front.
important.
Like everybody when they start rapping, they sound like somebody else until they figure themselves out.
And I truly believe that's why, you know, when this interview gets seen by whoever it gets seen by, if it's a Gucci man or anybody, like they're gonna be like, oh well, shit, let me tap into this shit. Oh, it don't sound like me. Shit, I feel like that's why maybe I might get that feature because it's gonna be a little bit different than somebody else's.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like everybody struggles breaking out of that first like barrier. Like, all right, man, Lil Wayne's I love Lil Wayne, and everything you saying is like or this or oops, my bad, all that shit forever until you figure yourself out.
Absolutely.
So I want to know, man, what's you've been around the game for some years now. What is your perspective on the current state of hip hop in Indianapolis? It's just a common question I have for a lot of artists coming through here, but I really want to know y'all's take on, you know what I mean? How are we going to develop? How are we going to get, I don't want to say call it a rut, but how do we make sure that we get on?
There's a ceiling that they're trying to break to.
Right.
Break
how
through
do we break that ceiling?
I think music will always be the leverage, most definitely. But I think one is going to start with collaboration amongst all creatives. It doesn't just have to be musicians. It doesn't just have to be rappers or whatever. But I think it's one tapping into the youth.
Okay.
I think we got to start getting these programs for kids that, you know, maybe don't want to just be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or whatever it is that they want to be, or somebody has said maybe you need to go in this route. I think you tap into the youth first, but the current state of hip hop in Indianapolis I think it's on the rise, man. I mean, you see people like Fresh does it. He has a platinum. He has a platinum record with NLE Choppa. We were just talking about a kid over at Park Tudor. Shout out to, I think his name is Matthew Gomez.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's crazy. I literally just got a text message about this kid 2 days ago from one of my former coworkers. But I mean, he's worked with the Baby and Lil Baby.
Yeah, he's out here.
But somebody out, and I think it has to expand past the city. You think about a state like Georgia, like they talk about Atlanta,
right?
But like Decatur got some people. You know what I mean? Like
Gwinnett
County. That's 30 minutes outside of. What's the difference between Indianapolis and Anderson being 30 minutes and Fort Wayne being so far? Like you got to go tap in with those people.
Yeah,
I know you guys are a big fan of Freddie. Like let's go tap in with Gary real quick and let's all start linking together.
We got Gary coming through next.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So how do you feel about I wouldn't even call it a handout. I feel like, let's say I'm an A&R or whatever, I got a label or whatever, and I move out, I feel like I may feel obligated to come home and put somebody on. Not saying you got to. How do you feel about when you have people like Coach K who have like there's people who make hits and he doesn't throw like Lil Baby on the Paris Ladam. Do you think that type of thing would help?
I think somebody like Coach K, and shout out to Coach K, shout out to Lil Nate though.
Yeah,
he actually shot some pictures for me like 2 or 3 years ago. He's a good dude, but I think they want to see that work ethic. Like we know that you can drop a hit. And again, I think I just said a little bit earlier, anybody can tap into the music and have that hit song, but they want to see, you know, can you bring 2? Can you bring 3? Can you bring 4? Can you bring a project? And
that's tough.
Like you go back to Lil Baby's catalog on his I probably checked this about a month ago. He had 109 songs on his Apple.
Yeah, hey, some of Lil Baby earlier shit is very hard.
Absolutely, but you wouldn't even know.
Thug was writing.
You know what I mean?
It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
But somebody like Nip, and I'm a big Nip fan, and I'll be the first one. I say this all the time. I tapped into Nip late. You know what I mean? I tapped into him post death. Like with all this music, it happens. I'm not gonna sit here and be the guy that says I was on Nip, but you go back 10 years ago, and you like, damn, like he been doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like it
Crazy.
wasn't
riding
no.
in the
Nah, he's in the Drake
Yeah.
class.
No, it wasn't
Back
no.
then.
Yeah, it wasn't no overnight.
06, 07, 08.
Overnight success. Like, and I think somebody like, and he talked about how Dre turned him away. He talked about how a couple other big labels turned him away. I think they wanted to see like, shit, can you really sustain in this game?
Dre almost tapped in with Nipsey recently.
Yeah,
But he did, and he was putting in the work for a long time on the independent shit.
absolutely.
I think he's on bullshit.
It's on an early wave.
That was a
And-
joke.
Yeah, that wasn't cool. So back to
Yeah, he almost did tap in with him. He almost died. Yeah, I
yeah.
know
What
you're
the
talking
fuck?
about.
I don't know.
That's dark.
I don't know what's going on.
That's dark.
I know what's
don't
going
know
on.
what's
I know
going
what's
That's
going on.
dark. I'm dark.
I know what's going on. His wife.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's my line.
That's
Yeah,
dark.
that's why.
Shit.
But I'm
He said,
talking
"We don't
about
know."
him.
A headache. Oh, with him? Shit, I love it. I love when dudes be talking this shit.
Nigga, why you do
He be
that?
talking this shit on this
He was never about to
motherfucker.
link it the other day.
He did almost tap in with him. Shit, nigga. I think somebody said he always had that vein in
He
his
did. Them
head.
motherfuckers was strong.
Like shit, nigga.
He working out.
Yeah.
All right, man. Shout out to VIP Watts.
Tell them where they can find you real quick.
Yeah, that's important.
VIP Watts on all platforms. You want to hit me up on my email? I do features. I do whatever. VIPWattsmusic@gmail.com. Shit, but as far as platforms go, it's VIP Watts. It's pretty simple.
That's real.
I think it's time to get to that thing.
About to get to that one
Yeah.
situation, man. Listen,
It's
VIP Watts in the
time.
building. It's time to bless the mic.
Let's get it.
Let's move on.
Let's do it.
Next.
Next.
Next. It's hot in the bitch in here.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, VIP Watts, episode 3, pregame
get it.
podcast. Bless the mic. That's DJ Who Was Q. I am DJ
Yes,
Llewellyn. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's all doubters. Watts said I got to change the drop, though. Out of respect for Watts, the drop will no longer be played.
Please. You better than that.
Well, okay, he said I'm a better human being than that.
Better than that.
Listen,
Better than that.
that's cool.
God.
Listen,
I would lie
man,
to
Far
you.
Eastside 317, man, VIP Watts. Special
time's
episode
charm.
of Bless the Mic, the freestyle coming. Shout out to Nas Cardi 5. It's a legendary instrument we're rolling with today. Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Third time's the charm, nigga. That's why I'm the third nigga doing this. And that's real talk. Shout out to Q on the boards. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, off the top of the head, when I wake up I tell myself that I'm that nigga and I'll stop when I'm dead. I made a choice to show the world that I can rock with the best. I'm talking Dot, I'm talking Cole, I'm talking Arb and the rest. Lost in a mess, a dirty game with niggas plotting ahead. I keep it cocked in case somebody try to plot on my head. Because when you the one, you always gotta watch who you with. And understand those who seem closest probably plotting your death. Not in the crib, I'm in the streets, I'm about to clock in the lift. 10 rides a day will put me in the spot to lock in the sesh. Lincoln Bow, click it now, I dropped a project with Sid. And when Bo busy count racks, then I go locking with Mitch, locking the vid. I just hit time, told him lock in the 5th. Shout out Mike and shout out Boogie, yeah, the squad really lit. Very important, nigga. No, it ain't no stopping the kid. A brand new era, bringing terror, we on top of this shit. Sometimes I ask God, why you making life really hard? No, I'm a dog, but I ain't never took a shit in the yard. I did some things that made you think that I ain't shit from the start. I only did them cause I knew you couldn't sit in regard. Know that I'm sorry for the sins that I commit in the dark. I'm staying faithful for the future, everything that's to come. Gotta stay patient when I wait for everything that I want. I'm standing 10 and never folding, always leading the front. See, Carlo hit me up, told me, bro, if you think that you sick enough, come and bless the mic and show the city that you serious. Told them that I'm busy for a while, but give me a month. I'ma show these niggas I got style like I'm furious. I'ma show these niggas that I'm wild, I'ma rip it up and I'ma try and make the city proud and keep it real as fuck. No, I'm never stopping for the crown, I'm never giving up, cause you only live once.
once and you in clouds, so I'ma live it up. Switch it up, knowledge that I'm dropping, you should pick it up. I remember when I was the one that they ain't picking up. I remember looking like a bum, so now the drip is up. I switched it up, and now women in crowds wanna come fill me up. Lately I've been hiding from these clowns who think they real as us. Boy, go drop that curry, let's go 30, see who's really tough. I don't think you heard me, I ain't worried, I ain't tripping, bruh. I don't think you heard me, I ain't worried, I ain't tripping, bruh. The hardest thing I had to do was give up once for needs, but when I did, I started living how I want, believe me when I tell you that it's hard to live the life I lead. I'm tired of living like a slave amongst the ones who's free. You can't fear death, we all know that's the one thing guaranteed. If you don't even take a shot, then it's someone to dream. Shout out to Duke, shout out to Ruff, shout out to Lloyd and Reed. Just bless the mic for everybody coming out the east, nigga.
Yeah, hey man, VIP Watts, man. Cardi 5, Far Eastside. Bless the mic. Listen, man, listen. When you come in here, right, be prepared.
Hey, turn me up.
This shit was fire.
Turn me up.
This shit was fire.
Get it.
Hey man, let's go, man. Hey man, we appreciate round of applause again, man.
appreciate you.
The VIP Watson coming through the studio, man. The Bless the Mic episode 3. VIP Watson, man. Now, that shit was special. That shit was special. I'm inspired.
Niggas not, I'm about to rap.
I'm inspired. Next.
Episode 5.